Swagatam to our Dakshinamurty Stotram Satsangam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramarthanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Sruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram. Hari Om. Yes. Happy Hanuman Jayanti to all of us. Thank you, Vijayji. But Hanuman Jayanti also, in our area, we celebrate in Vaishakha Masa. In North India, they celebrate today. In Chaitra Masa only, in the line of Ram Janma, Hanuman Janma also. Vera Hanumana Ati Balavan. Atulita Baladhamam, Hema Shaila Abade. Hanuman may bless us always. He should give a chance to serve the Lord, serve the Gurudev. Service is equal to Hanuman. That is the teaching from his life. Oh. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurudevo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Hari Om, Hari Om. Sometimes all networks have failed. Phone and Wi-Fi, everything. Swatma Ramam Mudita Vadanam Dakshinamurty Meede Vatavitapi Samipe Bhumi Bhage Nishannam Sakala Muni Jananam Jnanadatara Tribhuvana Gurumisham Dakshinamurty Devam Janana Marana Dukkha Cheda Daksham Namami Chitram Vatataror Mule Vruddha Shishya Gurur Yuva Gurostu Maunam Vyakhyanam Shishyastu Chinna Samshayah Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Bhishaje Bhavarogina Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Namah Pranavardhaya Shuddha Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. These are the Dhyana Slokams. Now, Stotram. We have completed 2 verses and third one we started in the last week. So first 2 together we go. Vishwam Darpana Drushyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam Pashyannatmani Mayaya Bahirivodbhutam Yadha Nitraya Yes Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Svatmanamevadvayam Tasmai Sri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Bijasyantarivangkuro Jagadidam Prangnirvikalpam Punaha Maya Kalpita Desha Kala Kalana Vaichitrya Chitri Krutam Maya Viva Vijrumbhayatyapi Maha Yogi Vayasvechaya Tasmai Sri Gurumurtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Tasmai Sri Gurumurtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. In our Dakshinamurty Stotram, we studied about Jivan Mukta Purusha Sthiti in verse number 1. Vishwandarpana Itya. In verse number 2, we studied about the cause of the world, that is none other than Ishvara. Who is Ishvara? We studied in the verse number 2. In verse number 3, we are studying about a Guru. And the second one is Phalam of Jnanam. Jnana Phalam and Guru. Who is Guru? What is the result of this particular knowledge? Bhagavan Shankaracharya wants to teach in verse number 3. He says, repeat after me, Yasyaiva Spuranam Sadatmakam Asat Kalpardhakam Bhasate Sakshat Tattvamasiti Vedavachasa यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यः साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनः आवृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये together यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत् कल्पार्धकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यः साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनः आवृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. I said this sloka is meant for Guru. Bhagavan wants to say, who is Guru? We also have different ideas, different concepts, different definitions to say who is my Guru. If somebody asks me, who is your Guru? I say, see, the tall person, tall, beautiful person, wearing silken robes, nice tilak and chandan he keeps. He speaks very nicely. That attractive personality is my Guru. His name is called Swami Chinmayanandaji Maharaj. If you ask who is your Guru, he will explain his Guru. If we ask some other else, he will explain her Guru. We all have different ideas of Guru. There is nothing wrong in it to say his name and form and qualities, ityad. Because we know that much only we can speak. But Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji very nicely, whom we can call as Guru, he says, Sadatmakam. Guru is always as the nature of absolute existence. Guru is none other than that absolute existence always. Sometimes he is Guru. You cannot say sometimes he is non-Guru because our profession is that time. We cannot be 24 hours engineer. As long as we are in office, we are engineer and doctor. When you come with our children, we are father and mother. But Guru is Sadatmakam. Always Guru. Gurudev always used to, in the beginning, to instruct all his students, we wear generally this yellow robes and upper robes. And he used to say, it is a 24 hours uniform. No other profession is 24 hours uniform. But whereas a teacher, spiritual teacher, what you are wearing, it symbolizes you have a 24 hours uniform. Be in discipline, love, serve, study, teach, all times. Sada Atmakam. That pure existence he is and always. That is Guru. Swamiji, as the pure existence and absolute Satta, what he is doing, Swamiji? He is doing Asat Kalpardakam Bhasate. Bhasate means effulgence. Or everything getting shining, life. Who is getting life, Swamiji? Asat kalparthakam. Arthakam means material world. It is as though asat. As though asat means as though non-existence. This non-existent, he is making this non-existence world as a vibrant world, life-throbbing world, shining world. If you remove him, it is a shavam. If you add him, it is sivam. That is Guru. Yasyaiva spuranam sadatmakam asatkalpardakam dhasate. That pure existence is original nature of teacher. He is both Sat and he is both Chit. The main material is he only. From him only, all the dances are happening. I am a big wave, I am a small wave, I am a knowledgeable wave, I am a man wave, I am a female wave. But the water is he. Guru. Yasyaiva spuranam sadatmakam asat kalparthakam dhasate. We have seen this in last class. Now, see the systematic presentation of our teacher. Here, we have to study one point. Because teachers, they already written commentary. Even Gurudev also written this commentary and other teachers also written. Bhagavan Shankaracharya, he wants to refute Asat Karanavadi from this lion, L-I-N-E, from this line. Asat Karanavadi means, here Bhagavan Shankaracharya indicating that substratum minor. Many people, they say there is no substratum for this world. Asat means there is no substratum. Asat Karanavadi means as a cause. This is an accident. All names and forms and plurality and qualities what we are enjoying accidentally happening. There is no unmoving, unchanging substratum, which is Satyam. We call them as Asat Karanava. Bhagavan wants to refute their thinking. Because he is saying that is there, that is none other than the teacher. That is the statement. So he is establishing that is there. Asti. We call it, you call Bhagavan or Ishwar or Brahma or Satyam, whatever. Asti. It is there as the cause for the entire drama. That Shankaracharya wants to establish. Teachers has explained that thought immediately after this first line. Okay. Now, we will bring one Asat Karanavadi to our room of Vedanta. We all Vedantins who studying Upanishads with Shankara Bhashya, we are on one side and that man is another side. We asked them, Sir, you are saying this Jagat is Asat Karyam. It came from a non-existence, accidentally it is working, that's all. I know. If you want to propagate anything, if you want to teach anything, even Asat Karanavadi, you have to give Sruti, Yukti and Anubhuti. Where is the proof for your theory? Sruti. Yukti, what is the logic for your explanation? And Anubhuti, Anubhuti means our experience should be there. Sruti, Yukti, Anubhuti, do you have for your Asatvada? He said, yes. Huh? Yes, sir. You have Sruti, Yukti, Anubhuti. For non-existent cause? He said yes. In Taittiriya Upanishad, is it Shruti or not? We said, of course, Taittiriya is a Shruti. In Taittiriya Upanishad, there is a statement called Asadva Yadamagra Asit. Hai ki nahi? We also studied in Taittiriya. Yes. Statement is Asadva. Asadva means non-existence. Idam agra asit. For this idam. Idam means for this jagat. Agra asit. Agra asit means in the beginning there was non-existence only. This is the statement from Taittiriya Upanishad. Asadva idam agra asit. He became very silent. He brought Upanishad Shruti. From the non-existence only there in the beginning means from the non-exist only, this is all came. This is there in Taittiriya. This is my Shruti Balam. Listen, my dear Vedantic students, now I will tell Yukti, logic. He is saying the logic. If you want to see a pot, clay or mud, completely it must be destroyed. You can say clay and mud intact it is there as it is, and pot also came. Is it possible? Brahman is as it is intact without any change, you say, and all the names and forms and qualities, this world also is there. No, it cannot be possible. It has to destroy himself. Pot has to come. Pindadi nashatyeva karyasya utpatti. If you want to produce anything, its originality or its original material has to be destroyed. We are seeing in our life this one. If you want to see the curd, milk has to disappear. If you want to see the tree, seed has to disappear. If you want to see the pot, mud has to disappear. So your statement cause is as it is intact, no change, but the effect has come. You are false, not me. So karya is non-existent. Ho gaya. This is my logic. Some students changed their party because opponent was very strongly, he is propagating his Siddhanta. Guru is worried. Advaita, I am bringing. People are jumping from my party. And the other students ask, what is the anubhuti for your statement? From non-existence only existing world has come. What is our regular experience? He says, what is deep sleep? Deep sleep means sushupti avastha. Deep sleep is a non-existent experience. There is no form, no what to call, no name, no quality, nothing. Haina in deep sleep. You have to destroy the deep sleep. From the same deep sleep only, all the variety of world is coming in the Jagrata Avastha, and we are making dance and everything here. If it is has so much of plurality and everything, but its cause is a non-existent. It is a complete dark sheet. So why not every day we are experiencing from non-existence only, all the kind of plurality is coming. Therefore, cause of this world is non-existent. Asat, Shruti, Yukti, Anubhuti, everything perfectly I presented. So, see, many big philosophies, they believe in Asatvada. Even Gautama Buddha, they say, he is Asatvadi. Many thinkers, not only Gautama, many thinkers they don't believe there is a proper cause after this Sushupti Avastha also. Sunyavadi they call. What is the cause for this one? Sunyam. Zero. If you go read dham, dham, in 1 second they will defeat you if you don't study properly. They are great scholars, meditators, thinkers. They say there is no cause. But Vedanta, interest is what is actual cause we must study. Why, Swamiji? Because our intention is to reach that cause. If you see the cause is such a way that cause is me. See the miracle of this Vedantic study. If it is something else, we can ignore because I am not interested, Swamiji, whether cause is there, whether cause is not there. Fact is that cause is me, that I. Every day what I am, that I is the cause of the world. Me, yes, you. So I must study. This is the revelation of great science. That's why to understand Upanishads and Vedanta is not easy. That is me. Substratum for the entire world and Shashvata Vastu. Jara Marana Rahita Vastu is me, not this 50-40 everyday changing drama. Then our teacher says, Mister, you put Shruti, Yukti and Anubhuti. What Shruti you are putting? You ignored front line and back line. Somewhere you caught that line and you want to present. What do you mean? I am not an illiterate, ignorant fellow to accept that statement. That statement, Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes, that statement, Rishi has written, Asatva idamagra asit means, in the beginning, there are no names and forms. We also know in deep sleep, there will be no any names and forms. Asat means there is no names and forms. That's why he said, before coming these names and forms wala manifested world was there in unmanifested form. That he wants to say, not zero is there. Not void is there. He did not written Sunyam va idamagra asit. World was in the form of unmanifested mode. That he wants to say. So your Shruti, that is there in Shruti, but not that zero was there. And what Yukti you brought? Mud has to destroy completely, then only pot should come. This pot is nothing but mud only with name and form. For your transaction, for your convenience, you put the name of what we call flower vase. You put one form to put in your table, but it is 100% mud only. How can you say mud destroyed and pot came? The same mud, 100% mud only. For your transaction, for your beautification, you put one particular form, you put one particular name. It doesn't mean mud completely washed away. What stupid logic you are giving. And Anubhuti, you said this beautiful experiencing Jagrata Avastha, it came from void, zero, non-existent, deep sleep. In deep sleep also, I is there. If there is no I in the deep sleep, how can you say I slept well? Whose experience is that? Even though its thickness is very high, it is a homogeneous experience. They are all there. That is a different type of experience acceptable. But there is zero, you cannot say. Who is saying there is zero? There is a light of knowledge is there. He is knowing. After coming from it, he says, yes, I slept well. So I is there. I know. Therefore, you cannot say for this entire world, Sunyam is not the cause, Satyam is the cause. There is unchanging, undisturbed Satyam, which is the same in deep sleep, which is the same in dream sleep, which is the same in waking state. That I is the pure Satta. That I is the common for everyone. That I is the one substratum truth. That Satta Chitta is Guru. You cannot say cause of the world is zero. That masters taught in this line. Because we want to establish Satyam is there in pure form, in absolute nature. That is Guru. And my dear student, before leaving you, I want to tell one thing, or I want to give one warning to you. If you say Brahma is Asat, Brahma is Asat, cause of the world is Asat, do you know the damage? If you say that, you will become Asat. You will become Sunyam. Because that Brahma is you. Mind your tongue. What are you talking? We are establishing you as the infinite Satya. You want to make yourself as zero? Why don't you study properly? Now you go. And that fellow, real glory is in Vedanta only, not in this Tarka and this and that. Because it is making me bigger. That's why teachers established Satyavada. That Satyam is my teacher. In Tulsi Ramayana also, Parvati wants to know and she asks Shivji, Bhagavan, who is Rama? You define. Same this way only. Who is Guru? You define. In the same way, Parvati asks Shivji, who is Rama? Please define. And Shivji says, ये झूठ जगत को, ये असत्य जगत को, who is making life pulsating, prakashamana vastu, that is Rama. On its own, this jagat is jhut. But when Rama is there, it is a prakashama. That is Rama. First definition for Rama he gives, not as a Dasarathanandana Kausalya Tanaya Sita Pati. It is also there, his manifestation. That Satya Vastu is Rama. Bharati, you know that. Here also Guru is that Satya Vastu. He wants to establish that Satta, that Chitta, only my Dakshinamurty, my Sadguru. Satta Pratipadana, this they say. Satya Pratipadana. That to absolute Satya. Paramarthika Satya, not Vak Satya, Mano Satya, Vyavahara Satya. This is Satya all because Satyasya Satyam, which Guruji says. For all truths, he is the truth. Very nice Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. But in the classroom, one fellow like us, he stood. And he said, Guruji, I have a question. That fellow is very particular regarding language, regarding Sanskritam. Bhasha Praveena. His interest on this kind of literature. He stood. Guruji said, yeah, kya beta bolo. What do you want to know? Guruji, in this line you said, Yasya Sparanam. Word you used. Yasya Sparanam means whose effulgence is so and so you are explaining. I know Guruji. Now Guruji said yes. Whose effulgence. Yes, Paranam. This yes, Paranam is the 6th vibhakti of Sanskritam. In Sanskritam, the declarations are 7, they say. Pradama vibhakti, Dvitiya vibhakti, Tritiya vibhakti, Chaturthi vibhakti, ityadi. 6th vibhakti is yes, Paranam. Whose effulgence? It is like Ramasya Pustakam. This book is Ram's book. Balakasya Graham. This house is that boy's house. So in the same way, yes, Puranam. Teacher, I want to ask 2 questions regarding this phrase. Yes, Puranam. Teacher said, okay, you ask. Whereas in Ramasya Pustakam, Rama is different from Pustakam. They are 2. Here in yes, Puranam, this Yaha and effulgence, they are 2 or 1. 2 or 1 means that Prakashakam and that man. We can say Chinmayanandji is Prakashaka Vastu. Matlab Chinmayanandji is different, Prakasham is different. That way. If it is so, if it is Prakasham is different from Chinmayanandji, Chinmayanandji cannot claim, I myself is Prakasham. I myself is Satchito Vastu, because you said his Prakasham. In generally worldly parlance, his Prakasham is different, he is different. Please clear my doubt. See, whether they are 2. If they are 2, this Guru is sometimes he sleeps. Because Prakasham is different. Somewhere he can keep and he can sleep. And what is this? Samskrita language, I got it and I got it. No. Student was so happy. Then Guru said, my dear boy, this yes, Puranam, you cannot use like Ramasya Pustakam. You should use it as Raho Siraha. Raho Siraha, it is like head of the Rahu. That way you have to understand this phrase. I hope you people all know about the story of Rahu. When Kshira Sagar Madanam was happened, great nectar has come out. That's called Amritam. Amrita Kalasham Dhanvantari he brought, he want to give. But actually in that project, half Srama is Devatas, half Srama is Asuras. Both put forth effort to get that Amrita. So naturally, as justice, they should get half, But Devatas are worried. If they become Amrita Purushas, these Rakshasas, every day they kick this Devatas. So they prayed Narayana, and Narayana, he took a beautiful Mohini avatar. They say all the Devatas and Rakshasas, everybody they forgot nectar. They are after this Mohini lady. Such a beautiful and enchanting and class lady she came. Everybody, hare, what a beauty. And she started smiling, seeing and this and that, walking here and there. And she said, why you both people are not happy? Do you have any problem? And they said, what is your name? She said, my name is Mohini. Abba, beautiful name. Mohini, how sweet you are. And she said, can I solve your problem? Of course, who can solve our problem? Mohini. And both parties are agreed. Oh, itni hai na, to share this nectar, I will equally share to you all. Please all Devatas sit in one line and Asuras please sit in another line. And she distributed different cups to everyone. But people they are not that much interested. See, itna struggle kiya, itna mushkil kiya to get that nectar. After seeing this enchantment, they forgot that they are in her drama. That is called moham. We also do that. And finally, we submit what to do, Swami. That is my weakness. So this Mohini, she is distributing this Amritam to all the Devatas little, and our Swamis used to say, she is not giving nectar to Asuras, she is giving only smile to Asuras. All the time she is seeing that side and laughing, and this nectar is slowly, she is giving. Among the Rakshasas, one intelligent fellow, he caught her. Hare, she is cheating us. Finally, she say, empty pot only there, what can I do? He ran and he sat in the Devata's lane in a this Sira itself Rahu. Raho Siraha means you cannot say Sira is different. Shira means head. Head himself is Shira. Nam itself is, this is very deep point in Vedanta. Generally we say Sat, Chit, Ananda Swarupam is Brahma. Means Brahma is Sat, Brahma is there. Three aspects of him? No. Existence itself consciousness. That existence consciousness itself is bliss. That is called nature. That is called Swarupam. That is called Swabhavam. So that way you must understand the truth. The very existence is consciousness. The very consciousness is bliss. Yes, Puran. He wants to clear that kind of thinking. So do you know that existence, that consciousness, that bliss is me. Not whatever we say, this is me, that is me, not that. That we must understand. Is it clear? No, clear. Now, so if anybody asks who is your guru, that Sadatmakam Spuranam, that pure existence, pure consciousness, because of which entire this material world getting life and light, that Chaitanya Shuddha Brahma is my guru. Next, we may ask, sir, what your guru do generally? Then Bhagavan Shankaracharya, in the second line, he is explaining main aspect of guru. What is there in the second line? Sakshat Tattvamasiti Veda Vachasa Yo Bodhayati Asritan. This is the main job of the teacher. What is the main job, Swamiji? Yaha, the teacher, Bodhayati. Bodhayati means he makes or he make us to understand. Main job of the guru is imparting this knowledge. Many devotees, they used to visit Puj Gurudev. He used to disgrace them. He used to say, I am not a giraffe in Jew to see front and back and how I am eating, how I am laughing, how I am sitting, how I am walking. I am not an animal in the Jew. Please ask some questions. Please get knowledge from me. That is also, oh, Gurudev, I have a case in the court. Okay, can I win or no? Not that kind of questions. Because this guru you cannot get. To answer that questions, many people will be there in the world. So the main job of the guru is to teach this Atma Swarupa Jnana. No other can do. Yaha, if you ask what do you guru do? Yaha bodhayati. He imparts that knowledge. He imparts that knowledge of oneness. Yaha bodhayati. To whom Swamiji he imparts? Yaha bodhayati asritan. Asritan means, Shankaracharya ji says, Shishyan. To the students, to the disciples who surrendered themselves to him, to that Shishya, to that students, Yaha bodhayati. This is his job. He teaches this knowledge of oneness to them. How he teaches, Swamiji? Sakshat Tattvamasiti Veda Vachasa. He teaches this great knowledge by Veda Vachasa, by the statement of Veda. How he teaches, Swamiji? By the statement of the Veda, Veda Vachasa. What is that statement, Swamiji? Tattvamasi iti. The great statement is there, one thing called, that is called Tattvamasi. That is the oneness, which indicates the oneness between Ishvara and Jiva. With the help of that Tattvamasi, or that Tattvamasi only he teaches to the students. This is his main job. Sakshat. Sakshat means aparoksha anubhavena. Aparoksha anubhavena means he himself experienced that oneness and he wants to make the student to understand that one. Sakshat means aparoksha, that is me. That status is called aparoksha. It is not pratyaksha knowledge. Pratyaksha knowledge means explaining about the spectacles. You see this spectacle and you understand. That is called pratyaksha jnana. Paroksha jnana means you don't see that object, but you can understand. For example, if I want to explain about heaven, this is there, that is there. Even though you are not seeing, but you are understanding. That is called paroksha knowledge, indirect knowledge. But whereas this knowledge is called aparoksha. Aparoksha means subjectively you have to understand tattvam asi. That way he teaches. This is the job of the teacher. I told already, third verse is meant for the teacher. In the first line, he explained what is the absolute nature of the teacher. In the second line, he is explaining what he do as a teacher. He teaches that knowledge of oneness to his students. Asritan. Asritan means those who surrendered to him. Those who surrendered at his feet. Those who completely submitted to their guru, to them we call as Asrita. Shishya. They say, Guruji says many times, even for our spiritual organization also, there are three kinds of people they surrender. One is called Sevakas. They want to serve Sevakas. Second type of people they call devotees. They have a pure love for the Guru, devotees. And the third type of people are called Shishyas. Shishyas means they don't keep anything for themselves. Completely they dedicate their life at his feet. Whatever he says, that way. And devotees and Sevakas, little, we also be there, he also be there, that way. So here Sishyas means complete surrendered Mahatmas, we can say that Asrita. They are completely dependent on him. Other than him, they don't have any Asrita Vastu. That is called actual, we can call them as Asrita. Other than my Guru, I don't depend on anything. I don't have anything. That is called Ashrita. In Sadhana Panchakam also we say, Atmecha Vyavasiyatam Nijagruha Turanam Vinirgamyatam. They left their home. And for Atma Ichha, they are surrendered to Guru. Actually, here in Asritan, we must learn what all students should have to get that knowledge from the teacher. In this verse, Shankaracharya wants Asrita Buddhi. Asrita means complete surrendered, 100% dependent on Guru only. That is called Asrita Buddhi. In Viveka Chodamani, Shem Shankaracharya, he beautifully explains how students should be. We must learn, then we can change our way of conduct and behavior, our attitude, how to go to the teacher. This is all there in Viveka Chodamani, but here very simple. Many people, they ask Swamiji, the word Sharanagati, Sharanagati, Sharanagati in our scriptures we use, Sarva Dharman Paratyajya, Mamekam, Sharanam Raja, Ityadi, Shabdas are there. What is Sharanagati, Swamiji? My teacher said, our Acharya said, Sharanagati should contain two elements. One element is our inability in knowing the truth, our asahayata in searching the truth, our weakness, our incapacity, and our trust on the great master, on the great person. If these two are together, then that attitude is called Sharan. That's why Sharanagata Purusha is not a coward. Arjuna was fearful, but at the same time, Arjuna has trust on Krishna. He knew Krishna can solve my problem. Even though I am very drowny now. That is called Sharanagata. At the feet of Guru also, we don't know what is the truth, what he is speaking. And he is saying the same truth is me. But where is his statement? Where I am, Swamiji? I am completely weak fellow. My weaknesses, mental, physical, intellectual, they are torturing me continuously. They are making me fool. But you are saying, I am a Sarva Swatantra Sarvabhauma Swarupam. If he is saying that must be true, even though I am experiencing in an opposite way. So these two together goes, that attitude is called Sharanagati. To that Asritam. It is like a baby to mother. Baby is completely helpless, no doubt at all. She cannot do anything for herself. But mother is there. It is like a devotee and Bhagavan. Devotee is always a mere jiva. Bhagavan is almighty. In the same way, Shishya and Guru. It is like a small infant baby and all merciful mother. That Asritam, Guru cannot say, I am not going to give knowledge. If any Guru says this way, if any Guru cannot remove the ignorance of the student, that Guru is fit for nothing. He has to remove that ignorance of the student. He has to enlighten that student. He has to make him great. Not all the time bring the coffee, bring the tea and make my suitcase properly. I want to go there, I want to go here. No. Guru is all mercy. All compassionated. With that Kataksha Drishti only, he has to remove that ignorance of that teacher. Tulsidas also gets this Kali Yuga Guru. He says, Harai Shishyadana Sokana Harai. Guru is ready to say, Harai Shishyadana. He wants the Shishya's money, not Kana. You can't remove the Soka of the Shishya. Harai Shishyadana Sokana Hara. Kali Yuga Guru is this one. But responsibility of the Guru is to remove complete ignorance of the student and make him great. Samyak Prashanta Chittaya. Saumya Shamanvita. Actually, they say if Guru sees the student, even the Guru is a male, milk should come from him. Generally, mother will get that nature. Whenever that she sees Sishu, her child, automatically milk will come in her breast. In the same way, Guru also should get when that affection, prema, vatsalyam, Prucheta Atmanam. You ask, my dear student, what is the self? He teaches. Asritan means this is the Asritam. On whom else that Shishu can depend other than mother? He takes him and he feeds with that Jnana Amritam from him. Like milk feeding. This is the actual Guru Shishya Jnana. People they say Jnana is very hard to know. It is a dry fruit. It is very heavy. No, it is like mother's milk. All good Amritadi Amritam. Swamiji, what knowledge he gives, how he gives, Swamiji? He gives the knowledge of Veda Vachasa. Veda Vachasa means by the statement of Veda. Guru's pramana is what, Swamiji? Pramana means standard. Is Veda. That is particularly our Sanatana Dharma always gives the indication towards Shruti. You don't believe me, no problem. You don't believe in your experience also. But Shruti is saying means highest pedestal, we give it to Shruti. It is there in Veda means it is Satyam. Veda Vachasa. By the great statement of the Veda. In next class, we will see what we call, why we call them as great statements. Great statements means Mahavakya. But here Shankaracharya used singular by Veda Vachasa. Veda Vachasa means by the statement of the Veda. Actually, there are 4 and many also we can say, but he said one only. Because that particular Veda Vakya indicates that oneness between Jiva and Ishvara. What is that, Swamiji? That Veda Vachas is Tattvamasi. That thou art. With that Veda Vachasa, Guru wants to teach that knowledge. How? Sakshat. Sakshat means aparoksha anubhavena. He knew that oneness. He established in that. He abides in that. And he makes that student to understand that oneness. That is called aparokshena. Don't keep Brahman somewhere. Or don't keep Brahman in front of you. Keep Brahman as you. That is called aparoksha. Sakshat Tattvamasi iti Veda Vachasa. Tat Tattvam Asi. With that statement, he teaches. Puj Gurudev's commentary in this Dakshinamurty Stotram, he says, this is the greatness of Veda. Because many philosophies there, these two between Ishvara and Jiva, they don't allow oneness. Because this is completely impractical, completely opposite to our experiences. When do we feel, as I am Ishvara, I am the substratum of the entire world. So they say it is a Amsha Amsi. He is whole, I am a part. Some people they say Vikara Vikari. He is unchanging, but I am changing. Some other philosophies say Guni Guna. He is the distributor of the gunas, I am the enjoyer of the gunas. Some people they say Karya Karana. He is the cause and I am the effect. Effect is effect always, cause is the cause always. Jati Vyakti, he is total, I am a small insignificant fellow in that total. He is Samisti, I am Vyasti. So this way many Siddhantas, they established the relation between the totality and the individuality, between the Ishvara and the Jiva, but Vedanta is the only science who taught that oneness between the Ishvara and the Jiva. Ishvara eva Jiva. They are not two. This is oneness between Jiva and Ishvara. That is the main import, main indicative knowledge of Tattvamasi Veda Vachasa. And many questions they come. What do you mean by Tattva? What do you mean by Tvam? What do you mean by Asi? We will tell in our next class. Thank you. Happy Hanumat Jayanti once again. Veera Hanuman ki jai. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamivavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Great masters, they say, we must chant Hanuman Chalisa every day. Morning once and before sleep once. He will give everything. In our Siddhbari this year in October, we are going to celebrate Mahamastaka Abhishekam, what Gurudev started. For every 5 years we do that great big Hanuma Mastaka Abhishekam. You please register. Puj Guruji will be there, Puj Swamiji will be there, thousands of devotees will be there. Together, we ask his blessings to serve the Lord. If Hanuman is there, we have everything. Veera Hanuman ki jai. Thank you very much. Very happy to see you all in the next class. We will meet again.